Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Crazy Ball TV. Thank you. Appreciate every single one of you guys being in the building. Big up to all of you guys, man. Thank you. AR is in the building. Listen to what the man is saying. Smash like and subscribe. Let's get it done, people. Let's get it done. Thank you so much for being in the building. Get the likes up, people. Get the likes up. Let's subscribe if you haven't to. Road to 1,000, you know that's the deal. If you want to see Kwesi and versus the hot sauces, road to 1,000, that's what's gonna happen at this point. As I tell people, I'm at 98%, so I don't know how many chicken wing hot sauce I'm gonna be eating, because you know the sauces have always been correct, but we have made a few snafu. You know, Mo Salah didn't make it. We know Isak is gonna make it. So you know that's why we battling. That's the situation that we're gonna battle against. So hey, get the likes up, get the subs up, get the subs up. Thank you so much for being in the building. How is everybody doing, man? I hope all of you guys are doing well. I hope today's your midweek. Your week has been doing well so far. Yeah, man, it's crazy out there right now. It's crazy out there right now. A lot of bombers yesterday. Before I continue, because I know we're gonna be talking, and a lot of stuff are going on, and I will forget, but we need to shout out our guys, right? We need to shout out our guys. First of all, let's big up this gentleman here. You guys know who he is, the king himself. You know, the pharaoh himself. People, this man here needs to be given his shout out. He needs to be given his respect. There's time for criticism and there's time for giving respect. You know, he has done something that apparently no one has ever done. 3 times player or PFA player of the year. I think the best record is back-to-back, which is KDB, I think Thierry and Ronaldo, but none of them have gotten it 3 times. And right now, we need to big up Mo Salah for winning the PFA yesterday. Great achievement, man. We cannot underestimate. Yes, we all said a whole lot of things last year when he wasn't playing well, but he was banging in the goals. A lot of people said, let's sell him. I was one of them. But achievement, a great success achievement. You cannot win this if he didn't do something for the club, or for any club, that is, right? When Suarez did it, he did something for Liverpool. When Gerrard did it, he did something for Liverpool. And any other player from other club, whatever they did something for their club. So we have to big up Mo Salah, because this achievement cannot be underestimated. This is good achievement. You know what I mean? We cannot wait, you know, just say, oh, congratulations, and keep it going, man. Mo Salah, what Mo Salah is doing to the league right now cannot be underestimated. Right now, at this rate, he is probably the best player in the league, period. We cannot underestimate it. Yes, he doesn't have the individual, or should I say the team accolades to go with it, but he has to be given his just due. He has to be given his just due. When we're talking about the greatest players have ever played the league, Mo Salah name needs to be in the top of whoever you think it is. Period. Yes, he may not be the greatest player in Egypt, because you know the Egyptians have their own list of the top greatest, or the GOATs, or whoever they say. When it comes to AFCON, same thing. You know, he hasn't won AFCON. What's the name? Yaya Toure never won AFCON. Oh, no, Yaya Toure did. But what's the name? Didier never won the AFCON, right? Yaya did. Didier did not. Yeah, so we have to give him his respect. We have, and there has been battles. Mane versus Salah. Yeah, Mane for some people was our favorite player, but at the same time, you could like Mane and still respect what Salah is accomplishing. Simple. At the end of the day, respect should be given when the person has earned it. You could be, for instance, a lot of people, your goat is Messi, your goat is Ronaldo, some Pele, some Zizou. Me, Maradona. I don't care what you say. You could go to the moon, to the sun, and come back with diamond that I've never seen in my life. I'm still going to say Maradona. So I just want to give a little appreciation to Mo Salah, because I know if we don't and we start talking about all this crazy stuff that is going on, we're going to forget. So big up to Mo Salah, PFA Player of the Year. He deserves it. The man has been one of the most consistent Liverpool players that have come to the club. 20 goals almost every season. 10 years. I mean, every year since he's been at Liverpool, he has scored a goal in the first match. I mean, the man is a walking record breaker. Every match he plays, he's breaking records. Simple. For me, the greatest African player to play the EPL. I mean, who? Abedi Pele never played. Yeboah, when Tony Yeboah came to EPL, he was towards his last years. Yeah, you have some of the great Egyptians who played in the EPL, but has any of them accomplished what Mo Salah has? Eto'o came to the EPL, but he came in at the end of his career, right? But in terms of somebody who has come from Africa and played in the EPL, yes, Yaya Toure. You could say Yaya Toure. You could say Mahrez. You could say who else? But let's be real. Who else has done what Mo Salah has consistently done? Yaya never won the Champions League with City. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Respect to Mo Salah. That's all we're saying. Simple as that. Give the respect to the man. A lot of rival fans don't want to give it, but we will. There's always time for criticism, and sometimes you just have to give the respect when the person have earned it. And of course, we cannot forget the rest. Liverpool came in strong yesterday. Liverpool came in extremely, extremely strong yesterday. So we have to big him up. Big up your Scottish Bear. I see you in the building. You say Joe Ria was special. Maradona is best player I've ever seen, brother. I mean, if you're talking about Africa's greatest players, yes, George Weah, the only African to ever won the Ballon d'Or. George Weah could not win AFCON because of the monsters that was playing around that time. Yes, these days, one great player could possibly take a country and win AFCON. Back then, I don't care how good you were, you could not do it by yourself. There's no way, as great as George Weah was, there's no way he could have been in those powerhouses that was there around that time by himself. That's the thing about George Weah. Some of the things that have held him back, not able to take Liberia to AFCON or take Liberia to the World Cup. By that time, those days, man, from Egypt, Ghana, Nigeria, an emerging powerhouse like Ivory Coast, Senegal was there. I mean, even Zambia back then. Bafana was working their way up. Not Morocco, but Algeria. Algeria always have been a sleeper. Tunisia was also there. There's no way. I don't care. Yes, he was Ballon d'Or winner. There's no way Joe Weah could have taken that team from Liberia and say, I'm going to win an AFCON. Nah, I don't care what anybody says. George Weah could be the greatest African player of all time. But I don't care what people say. He was not going to do it by himself. If people knew the amount of great players in certain countries, like Egypt alone, Nigeria is known to have one of the greatest football team ever assembled. 1994, that team that went to the World Cup, even Maradona was shaken, even though he beat them. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. So we have to big up Mo Salah when he does these things, man. EPL is not easy. You know, the Italian league Serie A, when Weah won the Ballon d'Or, Serie A was probably the greatest league at the time, right? And then the Bundesliga had its time. La Liga, of course, have had its time in modern times. But yeah, man, the EPL right now is holding the throne to be the hardest, difficult, anything the EPL is right now. So big up to Mo Salah for what he's doing, especially coming from a man from the soil. I have to big up my man. Also, Kerkers, I know what you did for Bournemouth last year. Kerkers was on the bench. He wasn't supposed to be here. People don't understand that the team that Bournemouth have right now is the team that it was supposed to play. But a lot of them got injured. So people like Kerkers, the two center backs that went to Madrid and PSG, some of the other ones that I forgot their name, they were backup. So shout out and big up to Kerkers. Of course, the rest of them. I don't know why Gravenberg did not win Young Player of the Year politics, but hey, he was in the Team of the Year. Big up to the man and congratulations to him for having his newborn baby. McAllister, when he started the season, people did not understand what his role was for Liverpool. People say he's not good enough. He's too slow, blah, blah, blah. Now he's probably the best midfielder in the league. And of course, the greatest center back who ever played the EPL. Yes, I said it. The greatest center back probably played in the EPL. Big Verge, my captain. You see what I'm saying? Not just in the EPL. The greatest center back, one of the greatest center back of all time. If you're going to argue with me, unless your name is Paolo Maldini, I'm not having a debate with you. Okay? If I list the greatest center backs ever, this man right here is part of them. If we're going to say Ronaldinho is one of the greatest players ever played, some people think he's the GOAT. And Ronaldinho only gave us what? 3 strong years of football that the world have never seen before. Don't tell me Verge, because Verge hasn't done it for 10 years and he hasn't won 13 leagues and blah, 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 so you can't consider him. Everything that you said against this man, he has shattered it. If I say, if you are not Paolo Maldini, do not debate me with Verge. Does Virgil make mistake? Yes. That sometimes his body language seems like, nah. Yes. I criticize him all the time because he's the leader. But in terms of being the best right now, and the funny thing is, the first week on Friday when we played Bournemouth, everybody said, oh, Virg is going down. His skill, this is his downturn, man. This is his last year, blah, 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 blah. And then when the stats came out, Verge was the best center back in the entire weekend. So if he is going down and Verge is not good enough anymore, what says it for the rest of the EPL center backs? I understand you have to judge him based on him being in the upper echelon, but a lot of times some of you guys don't know how to judge players. And I will come back to that because the same thing is going on with Verts, where people don't watch football. People just assume if you don't do stepovers, shoot a banger from 40 years out, oh, he didn't give a dike pass. ass, all these banter words, these buzzwords, then you did not play well. Please do not talk about this man if you don't know football. Yes, sir. Scottish Bird said Roger Miller. Oh, Roger Miller will be Roger Miller. When it comes to the striker department, man, Roger Miller, Eto'o, for me, they are the two guys going back and back, like toe to toe. You know what I mean? So I wanted to take time to give shout out, big up to our boys, and of course the Pharaoh for being PFA Player of the Year. People, we need to start respecting our players. Stop listening to these people who know nothing about football. All they want to do is banter, and they talk foolishness. I've listened to a lot of people, and I want to recommend what's his name. I always debate him. I always disagree with him. But Hussam holding that CD fan accountable on his show, trying to go hard on Virgil, and he didn't even. Big up to Virg, big up to Kirkers, big up to Mo, big up to McAllister, and big up to Gravenberg. And people, may it continue. Big up. Thank you so much, people. That was a little soliloquy over the PFA. Now let's get back to, of course, what everybody wants to talk about. Brado, Kwesi, Dark, Liverpool, what is dark? Liverpool pay 150 or more on this is too long. Saga, I'm tired. He said, Kwesi, what do you think will happen with Isak? Great questions. I can understand. Scottish Bear, rest out. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, sir, people. Come on, let's get the likes up. People. Thank you for rolling through. I appreciate you guys rolling with your boy today. Big up, CJ. I didn't see you at the ceremony yesterday, man. What going on, CJ? What's happening? Bush Baptiste, what's happening, bro? Big up yourself. Yeah, man, get the likes up, people. Come on. There's way too many people in here between the two platforms. People on X, please, just quickly go on YouTube, hit the like button, and then come back. I appreciate you. Or even give me a like on X. Just click X, give me a like on X, all right? So that we know, so that my X account could also grow. Thank you. He said, only reason Mo hasn't and probably won't win Ballon d'Or is because of lack of World Cup victories by Egypt. Well, we know that in the World Cup season, yes, you need to win a World Cup, even though Messi did not win a World Cup and then he got the Ballon d'Or. But that's another politics, right? We're not going to talk about that. I think winning enough Champions League, if last year we won Champions League, Ballon d'Or is his. Period. You see what I'm saying? The year that we won Champions League, the contenders was crazy. You have Mane, Salah, Virgil. And personally, Virgil was the best player on the planet. And politics, again, the same way they did to Lewandowski, they didn't want to give it to him. Again, you see what I'm saying? That's the reason why. Mo Salah also not winning AFCON also hurt him when it comes to the Ballon d'Or. It's not just the World Cup. It's also AFCON. That's the thing that Carragher did not understand how important to win your continental trophy. You see what I mean? The year that Rodri won, he won the Euro. People might say he wasn't the best player because Lamille and Nico Williams were blazing the Euros. But then Vinicius go to Copa America and boo-boo around and he got subbed. And he thought that just because he won the Champions League, he should be automatically given the AFCON trophy. He'll be given the Ballon d'Or. You see what I mean? You got to take every competition that you are in very seriously. That's how the great did it. You know what I mean? Even though I'm out here talking about Messi, you saw at one point he quit because he couldn't win the Ballon, win the Copa America because of how bad Argentina was run at the time. You know, they take Maradona took it very seriously. Pele, all these players, Euro, everybody takes it seriously. Continental tournament is very, very important. World Cup is a one-off every 4 years. You see what I mean? It's an every 4 years situation. So you can't say I'm gonna wait till the World Cup and then win Ballon d'Or. Nah. Every tournament that you are in, you gotta respect it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Gold status, man. Gold status. Big up yourself, Ashilin. Big up. Good to see you. He said, do you think we get Isak this window? How the hell has Vinny been picked for Ballon? Yeah, that year, I don't know why. I mean, he won the what? La Liga and Champions League that year. But he forgot to take the Copa America series. He was so bad. Like, they got beat in the quarterfinals or in the semis. So he didn't take it serious. That's why he didn't, they didn't, you know, they didn't give it to him. It had nothing to do with, it got changed and the whole Madrid nonsense that they were doing. They always think that they have monopoly on the Ballon d'Or. Nah, player. We saw how you played in Copa and you were trash. Bush says, Isak is coming. Apparently, Newcastle are going to put a strong bid for Isak in the next couple of days, and then we put in a bid for Isak when it's done deal. Yeah, man, bigger. He said, who said that? I saw that tweet also. I forgot who said it. We will find out and I'll show it to you. But yeah, let's talk about this Isak situation, man. I've seen a lot of you guys, when you get a little bad news and then you give up, you can't live like that. This situation has been embarrassing towards Newcastle. Of course, we saw what Isak. Let's look at what Newcastle posted. Right? Newcastle. Their rebuttal. I want to talk about Newcastle rebuttal. What did they say? Where can I find that? Oh, there it is. Okay, we are clear. Okay, so here it is. Let's see. I hope this is the one, right? I hope this is the one. Let's share it. Let's talk about this because people, I don't know why some of you guys already losing your ish. Liverpool is in a good place, and it doesn't matter what I shared the wrong one. Wrong share. Dumb. Let's go. Let's try it again. This is the statement, I believe, right? We are clear in response. Okay, so it started with, we are disappointed to have been alerted to a social media posted by Alexander Isak this evening, which was yesterday. We are clear in response that Alex remains under contract, that no commitment has ever been made by a club official that Alex can leave Newcastle United this summer. We want to keep our best players, but we also understand players have their own wishes and we listen to their views. As explained to Alex and his representative, we must always take into consideration the best interest of Newcastle United, the team, and our supporters in all decisions, and we have been clear that the conditions of a sale this summer have not transpired. Let me say that again. We must always take into consideration the best interests of Newcastle United, the team, and our supporters in all decisions, and we have been clear that the conditions of a sale this summer have not transpired. We do not foresee those conditions being met. This is a proud football club with proud tradition, and we strive to retain our family feel. Alex remained part of our family, and will be welcome back when he's ready to rejoin his teammates. So, the part that people need to take as pay attention, as explained to Alex and his representative, we must always take into consideration the best interest of Newcastle United, the team and our supporters in all decisions. And we have been clear that the conditions of a sale this summer have not transpired. We do not foresee those conditions being met. So, people, the question is, what are the conditions that they are looking for? That is the question that it needs to be said. If Isak is not for sale, you do not put that in there. If Isak is not for sale, you do not put that statement in there. If you guys remember when Coutinho wanted to leave in the summer, what did Liverpool say? At no condition, Coutinho is leaving this club and he is part of this club. I'm paraphrasing, but if you haven't, I know some people have posted it on X how Liverpool worded this. If they said he is not for sale, they should have put it. You don't say the conditions. What are the conditions? For example, as some of you guys already talking in the chat, you guys already said Wisa. And somebody said Wisa is not his replacement. Wisa is Wilson's replacement. So who is Elanga? Who was Elanga replacing? That's my question. Think about it while I continue talking. What are the conditions that need to be met? They said they do not see it. Oh, let me read that again. So I do not. Now, remember, I'm not a lawyer. I'm just somebody reading. We do not foresee condition being met. Foresee. Reason why they say foresee is because they don't want to say something and then people assume is going to happen. That's why they say we don't foresee it, because they still haven't got the two alternative strikers that they're looking for. One being Wisa that everybody knows about. Who's the second striker? That's why they're saying we do not foresee it, because they do not want to say we are working on it and then people will start making their own assessment. That's why they say we don't foresee it. There's 2 weeks left. We do not foresee it. We do not see it. We haven't done anything. We're not doing anything. Now, right now, the way things are is he is part of our squad, just like they say, and we will welcome him when he comes back. At this point, and for people who seems to not to get it, day one, we have said Isak has to make it clear. All Liverpool has to do is show up with the money. Newcastle have to be willing to sell. Now, there's a debate between what was promised to him and what Newcastle is saying. We never promised him anything. So right now, things are messy. This is something that it should have never gone there. Now, if Newcastle don't want to sell him, you come out and say we are disappointed with what he said. And exactly the first paragraph, cool. But that middle paragraph there that they trying to fluff things out. What they should have said with concrete evidence. With concrete evidence, that is Isak, and no reason Isak is gonna be sold. Isak is a Newcastle player. He's gonna be here, and you give us a strong statement. Now, if you give up a strong statement and then you sell them, then everybody say blah, blah, blah. But if you're going to put a strong statement, you have to stick with it. And that I say, go back. If anybody can find that Liverpool's tweet, the statement that Liverpool tweeted for Coutinho, you will see in the summer, it was perfectly made clear. Coutinho is not going anywhere. And in that summer, Coutinho did not go anywhere. Big up. Let me see. Some of my peoples are in the building. Big up to everybody in the building, man. Good to see everybody. Thank you for being here. Please get the likes up. We're gonna talk about this, right? We are discussing this. This is what I'm trying to say. That's why we're saying the statement does not make, it's not strong enough. It does not say they don't want to sell. They're saying that they don't, the conditions that they are in right now does not allow them to talk about any sales. What are the conditions? One, it could be money. Two, because they don't have alternatives. And we all know they have not been able to buy any strikers all summer. Ja Pedro says no. Imbuemo says no. Sesko says no. Cunha says no. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on and on and on. So the conditions right now. Big up, Nalante. How you doing, sir?
Big up, Ghazi. Big up yourself, man. Big up the chat, man. Yeah, all good, my friend.
Good, man. Big up to the chat, man. Everybody's in the building. I'm gonna try my best, people. I'm gonna try my best to read some of your chat right now, but Nalante. So we are breaking down the statement that Newcastle said. We know what Isak said. There's no need for us to bring up what Isak said. The whole world have read it. Before I continue, cultural education. Isak is from Sweden by way of Eritrea. Eritrea and Ethiopians. One thing I know about Eritrea and Ethiopians, if you give them your word, say you're going to do this, and they shake on it, that's it. So when Isak made that statement where he said, if promises are broken, trust cannot continue, that to me, I'm going back to all my Eritrean and Ethiopian brothers and sisters that I know. That it could be something simple as an, hey, give me a ride to town. And then later on, they wait, and that when it's time, you'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't. They're looking at you different. I know the whole world, we all do that, right? We look at, if somebody gives you their word, everybody. But I'm telling you, my Abasha people, I'm telling you, man, those are my best brethren are Ethiopians and Eritreans. Like, I'm telling you, every city I go in, I make sure I find an Ethiopian restaurant. Injera is in my diet every month. I have to eat injera. The food is delicious.
It
is delicious. If you haven't had injera, people, please find the nearest Ethiopian or Eritrean restaurant closer to you. Eritrean and Ethiopians, you should not mix them together like a Ghanaian and Nigerian. It's the same beef, but they're all the same cousins, right?
Exactly. All connected.
You see what I mean? My Niger brother is out here saying I'm capping because he wants to think that Nigerian jollof.
Oh yes, the Nigerians.
That competition that happened in ATL, the judges, whoever made the Ghana jollof needs to be found, and their Ghana passport needs to be suspended for 6 months. How do you lose jollof competition to Nigeria? I digress. I apologize, people. I apologize.
Yes, before they come back to Accra.
You see what I'm saying? Yes. I'm gonna find who that person was, and we have to have How do you let Nigeria win then?
Okay. No, that's terrible. That's no shame. Extreme. No, not to them. No, that's bad. No,
but
please.
You see what I'm saying, though? Like in terms of culture and personal and how certain cultures behave between, I understand it's business and you have to make sure it's on paper. And there's a lot of naivete with this, shaking hands and the director promised me this and then put it in paper. But I believe Isak has something on paper why Newcastle cannot give us a stronger statement than that. Remember, the person who gave him his word left and went to Manchester United. You see what I'm saying? Big up to Rasta. Rasta is in the building, man. Thank you so much.
Big up, crap.
Rasta is in the building.
Trust
what
me,
I mean?
General. Big up
So,
Hash as well.
yes, sir. Hash, big up yourself. So, Nalante, I don't want to talk too much, but you see what I'm trying to state to have people understand the type of person he is in terms of culture, right? Where his actual background, yes, he's from Sweden. Born in Sweden, but his lineage is from, the continent, the soil.
Exactly.
So he is not, that statement where he said promises were made and I cannot trust you because of the promise you made, that kind of deep, that is personal. So Newcastle coming in and not giving us a stronger statement than what Liverpool did when it came to Coutinho or even when it came to Suarez tells me when they put the conditions it's not met and we don't foresee it. What are the conditions, Nelante? Give me what the conditions are.
You know what? I don't even think it's conditions. This is paying round stubbornness from Newcastle. This is what it is. It's the game. Listen, everyone works at a job every day. Yeah. We know there's certain politics at that workplace. And this is just another example of certain things being a promise. And again, like you said, the continent, the soul, the gold, Africa, the soul of the continent, the gold, the lands.
Yeah.
Remember, funny enough, just to digress quickly, I remember when I was younger, I was having a debate with my friends. My friend at the time, he was like, Africans, he didn't understand Africa. You know these stupid cussing matches. Africa, they live in mud huts. And he only went to Africa. Yeah, I was like, and he only went to Africa the other day. He's like, you know what? Remember that time? I forgot about it.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, I apologize. Africa so much more. I said, yes, because you were blinded. Now you see Africa is a great continent.
Yeah.
But back to Mr. Alexander the Great. So they say, look, what Newcastle will do, like I said, is any workplace. If you want to move up, if you want to do this, someone will tell you something. And again, it's not even what you know, it's who you know. And if that person has been removed from the situation, then the excuses will come out. So it's easy. Newcastle, it's easy to say them that, oh, we didn't do this. We didn't do that. He's the loyal one. But again, I didn't know when I was on Brad's show that Isak wanted to leave last year. I didn't know about that. So now I understand. I thought, he's been a bit too late. But when a man says, and I think we need to educate Newcastle fans. So let's say, yes, he did want a new contract before Shaverley, Mitchell, his promise. He did want a new contract to sign a new contract, his money gap. But at the same time, he wouldn't have stayed there. This is what Newcastle fans fail to forget. If he would have signed that contract, maybe he would have been there 2 years more and he would have left. This was just no guarantee that Isak was going to stay.
Yeah.
This is what people need to forget. Well, Newcastle fans need to remember. Him signing a contract was not going to be, he's going to be Alan Shearer when he's 34, he'll still be the club. No, that's just him giving you a little bit more, couple of years of service. So at this rate, Newcastle, again, it's the game. It's the merry-go-round game.
Yeah.
Wissa wants to go there and blocked. It's because the depth for strikers is just not there. Even at the start of the window, I mean, if we honestly look, there's not really anyone out there.
But this is the thing, though, Nalante. This is Newcastle.
Yeah.
What Newcastle should have done, the mistake they did, was demonizing Isak. They thought that if we turn the fence against you, you would turn around and come back. Because no player wants to have the fence against him. We saw what it did to Trent. All they should have done was, we want to keep him. We understand what he wants. We try to do the best what we can to make sure he stays. Just keep spinning that positive PR around, right? The worst thing they did was not invite him for the barbecue. People think it's a joke. No, it's not. You saw what said how Yaya Toure was when he didn't get his birthday cake.
Hey, man, they got the money. All I want is a birthday cake, man.
I have the money. I don't need more money. Don't just little, because these guys don't understand that athletes are artists. They paint their art on the field for football players, right? They paint their art on their field, and artists are always sensitive. So little things, the big money is good, but the little appreciation that you show changes people's mind.
Yeah,
you see what I mean? Now people could sit here and be like, "Well, Newcastle, Isak is ungrateful, blah blah blah," but nobody is saying that Manchester United is doing Anthony and Haaland, or whatever his name is, dirty when they're trying to push him through the back door. Right?
Yeah.
What's his name? The striker that came from Newcastle to Liverpool, Andy Carroll.
Andy Carroll, yeah, he didn't want to go. Yeah, he
Andy
didn't want to go.
Carroll was crying, begging them, please, baby, please don't. They force him into her.
Please don't go.
Please, I don't want to go. Keep me here. He begged. He
Begging
didn't want to come to
stay.
Liverpool. But nobody said anything. Oh, it's fine. So yes, I'm not into player. I'm not in that vibe of a player protesting. It's never good, even if he wants to come to Liverpool. But this situation is not cut and dry. That's why Eddie Howe from day one said it's not as simple as it looks. Why is it not simple as it looks if he has 3 years left? What kind of player has 3 years left, has so much power like that? That means there is something in the language. You see what I'm saying? There is something in the language there. Yes, the person who promised him might not be there anymore, but the person was there. He was an officer of the club before he left.
Yeah. Mitchell, Stavely, all these people, the main who spoke to him, who agreed, they've all gone. But it doesn't, even if they're gone or not, it doesn't matter because the whole club, they knew the scenario. So regardless if they go or not, everyone knows. So they know the stats. But again, they're jumping on it. I get it. But at the end of the day, it's not Liverpool's fault. And it's not Isak's fault that they have not got anyone in. They've been incompetent in the top build. That is not Liverpool's fault and it's not Isak's fault. They've been incompetent. I don't get how they've not sorted out their situations in terms of director of football to get someone in. And it's looking bad. That's not their fault. But now where it's a stalemate, we're playing cards now. Who's going to use the ace? We're playing cards. Isak, again, he's had enough. Again, it's like a player. If I'm doing all that and you're trying to say I'm bad man, he's had enough.
Yeah.
And as we read, big up 12th man, Liverpool 12th man.
12th man.
Check out his show tonight, guys. Check his show. But the thing is, he's even said, if you read his statement carefully, he said, "Listen, I'm in the PFA team. I appreciate that. I appreciate all my teammates and the club at Newcastle for making this happen." He wasn't bad minded. He said the fake you. So this is a guy who's refusing everything. He's just speaking from the heart. And sometimes, as crazy as we know in life, when you're real with certain people, whether they like it or not, they can't handle it. And that's not Isaac's fault. That's down to the club. You got your house. You look after your house. You clean your house. Don't leave the house in a mess. And when I said the person that's living in the house wants to go to somewhere better or more cleaner, and then say, "Oh no, you can't go." Come on, man.
Yeah. And this is the thing. Go ahead, please. Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, Cosy. Yeah. And just one thing I want to say about this Newcastle hypocrisy, because two things before you just mentioned, Cosy. So Mr. Alan Shearer moaning, "Oh, you're going to be 150, my right leg. Why, man? Yeah, give me the right leg." But hold on, Alan. Weren't you the same person that when Trent was ready to go saying, "No, you should go"? The fans just needs to pipe down. In other words, he didn't say it literally, but pipe down, number one. And number two, Newcastle, interesting, because I remember a certain player on their team, and I think the chat will know about this, Mr. Anthony Gordon, yes. When he's at Everton, he didn't train for 3 days. He had a bit of a meltdown, a strike, to get his move to Newcastle. So
let's not go even far. Mr. Nanante, we should not even go to that far. Last year, when Newcastle came out and said, "We may have to sell you, big boy, because we are in the trouble."
Yes.
And Liverpool was smelling around. Mr. Gordon said, "I don't want to go back to Newcastle." He had to apologize to them. So when Mr. Bruno Guimaraes, or whatever your name is, when you come out and take a picture and post it on your Instagram with the Newcastle, good, I appreciate that you are showing love to your club, as any player should. But we know you also have a release clause of certain amount. Next year, we're going to be watching when Barcelona and Real Madrid come knocking, or City come knocking. I want you to still wear that jersey and say, "I'm not going anywhere." And yes, I understand. This is the part where I see the debate that's going in the chat. Big up to everybody in the building, man. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button.
Come on, like.
Thank you. Rasta. Liverpool already have a plan B. His name is Ekitike. He is our striker right now. Now, the other plan is, should we get another winger? It seems like Chiesa said, I am not going nowhere. He and his agent have made it clear to the manager. The manager is considering it. And what he did last Friday, what did the manager say? That will exactly keep you here at the club. Right? Liverpool is trying to dominate, and Liverpool are doing something that we should have done when we won the Champions League. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You are right. We should not have one striker. I agree. But that's why they go in full force on this one. This is the thing that I always get a little bit kind of rattled when people don't give respect to Liverpool, how we are the best structured club in the world, and we don't respect the people who do business for us. There is no way Liverpool will be sitting there till today still going after this guy if they knew they couldn't get him. Now, again, I'll go back to what Newcastle said. They said conditions. The reason why they haven't, I'm paraphrasing, they haven't set up the sale is because of condition has not been met. What are the conditions, Alante? Is either they haven't got alternatives or the money. Everybody's talking about 150. Newcastle have not set the price. Those are just the media. The Newcastle press is the one throwing the 150. Liverpool showed Isak that we got the money. Liverpool showed Newcastle we got the money. So what do? We bid 110 million. We straight up came in with the cash. We could have started with, hey, Newcastle, there's 85 million. Give us Isak. No, we came in and said we're breaking the record here. Here's the money.
Yes, sir.
Because if Liverpool did not do that, Isak could have been back in training playing for Newcastle over the weekend. Newcastle, per their statement, shows that they do not foresee him even playing. The guy said, even if the window closes, I'm still not playing. That's why I keep asking Alante, what kind of player with 3 years left can say that if something is not on paper backing him? Now, Newcastle said nothing was promised to him, and that's also a very powerful statement. Maybe right now, nobody at the club right now promised him. But what about people before?
Yeah. I agree.
You know what I mean? So when people need to understand, this is not as clear, it's as simple as that. Eddie Howe have said it himself. This is not as simple as everybody think it is. All you have to do is, suspend him. What do you call it? Fine him. If he doesn't show up every day, fine him, take his salary, take his wages. No, it's not as simple as that. Because if it was simple as that, Newcastle statement would have come in unequivocally. Isak is a Newcastle player and he's not going anywhere. The fact that they couldn't do that tells me something is not fully clear at the club. Can anybody say I'm wrong on that? No. Go ahead, Nante. I'm going to try to find out the statement that Liverpool posted when Coutinho wanted to leave. That's something.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I think I saw it on, what's it? Whose show was it? Drifty. Yeah, I think, what's his name? Jamie Phillips. I mean, less said about him, the better. But anyway, he pulled up. Yeah, you go find that statement. Yeah, what Coutinho said. But look, at the end of the day, as you know, we've all been. This is life. This is games. This is courtmanship. This is one up. Again, we're playing chess, not checkers. You want to play blackjack. This is all it is, man. This is a posturing, and this will go on to the end. I mean, I was saying to someone, if we do get him again, my stance with Isak, different to others, has been I'll believe it when I see it.
Right.
So I didn't think it would be possible to get him this year. I didn't think, but unfortunately, circumstances has happened. You know, obviously the sad thing with Diogo, which I'll get onto that. I'll get onto that later before we end the show because I want to address something about that, which a certain content creator made, which But what I always see is, you know, so it's been a lot happening. So, but I will give Hughes and Edwards credit because, you know, obviously this unfortunately tragic incident has happened, and you've tried to build on it. But I mean, at the end of the day, Newcastle just making a run for their back, and yeah, they could say they keep him, but keeping him to do what are you going to keep him? Yeah, I guess he will have to play, but you're just not making it. You're just not making it easier. But I think with us, we forget the striker situation, but we should just have a content in place. But I mean, the Chiesa thing, which is funny, Bluff, you touched it because I was one of the guys that I did not like Slot. The way he treated Crazy like he's an outcast. I didn't like that. And I had people saying, oh, he wasn't fit. He was fit since January. He's fit for the remainder of the second half of the season. It's just that he was chose not to use. And if he is staying, obviously Chiesa saw Diaz is going and, you know, fair play to him, then he has to be used. And I'm not mean be used for 10, 15 minutes. He has to be used to start certain games because he's still a good player.
Right. But this is the little pushback I'll go with that statement you said. Chiesa himself said the goal that he scored, he dedicated to the manager. Why? It's because the manager has been with him every step of the way. The manager never lied to him. The manager said, brother, you are not fit. This is the reason why I cannot take Mo out and put you there knowing that Mo might not be playing well, but Mo is going to give you an assist or goal. That's what Mo's MO was last season. After January, Mo did not play well. But he will give you a goal or an assist. Right? So Chiesa he was never lied to. He was not brought in and lied. Somebody gave me a false lie. No, he was told. He knew. A lot of times when they were making excuses for him, oh, he's not feeling well. He was injured. Remember, Chiesa did not have a preseason. So he was catching up. And remember, Ekitike has come out and said, wow, this league is, as tough as people said it was. It is hard. But right now, he is saying, I want to stay. And the manager is considering it because he's like, at this point, I mean, Rasta, just like you said, we need to find alternatives to make sure that our behind is not left in 12 days. You're right. We cannot go in light. I think we are still a little bit light. 3 players light for me, right? Some people might say 2. But guess what Liverpool did? They brought in Leone. People thought that we were just focusing on Isak, not knowing that we're doing business at the same time. And I want to big up my community because personally, I did not know who Leone is until somebody brought it in the chat. We had a call-in show and somebody brought it in the chat. And I still have the name when I wrote it down. This thing that I'm holding here, this flashcard that I'm holding. I said I'm going to investigate who this gentleman is. And now he's a Liverpool player, right? But let's go back to the Liverpool statement. Of course, somebody just cut but from day one, Liverpool, look at the difference between Liverpool's statement and theirs. We wish to offer clarity as regards to our position on a possible transfer of Philippe Coutinho. The club definite stand is that no offers for Philippe will be considered and he will remain a member of Liverpool Football Club when the summer window closes. That means we don't care how much money you bring. He is not going anywhere. Compare that to what Newcastle said. Newcastle said conditions are not met. And that's why I keep coming back with the same question, Alante. What are the conditions? Money? Is it money or because they haven't got any alternatives yet?
It's got to be the alternatives. Okay, it just has to be. It can't be money because I want Isak and I've been wanting him for a long time, but I don't want us to pay 150 mil. No way.
I agree.
No way. Yeah, we shouldn't go that far. As much as I like him, no, I'm sorry. So it won't be the money. It's just the alternatives. But again, that's annoying because that's not our fault. That's down to their incompetence. But I mean, if it's going like this, because the closer we get, then we might be. Again, there's still time, so I'll reserve judgment until it happens. But if September the 1st comes, we don't have Isak, then a lot of Liverpool creators need to take down their "we're gonna definitely get him" videos, and we won't be the end of the world, but it will put us in a little predicament. So again,
And this
it's
is
a
a funny
difficult one.
thing. And this is what Rasta
Yeah.
here. I don't even get what Rasta is. Rasta, you've been crying that Liverpool needs to make signings. But it seems like you are anti-Liverpool making signings. You didn't like when we spent 100 million on Verts. You call him overhype. Now we're trying to get Isak, probably like Zuberi would say, the best out of the rest, because Haaland is the best striker right now.
Yeah.
And you talking about a race. That's what you are basically doing what Newcastle pundits are doing. He wanted to stay at Newcastle because he believes in their project, especially when the new owners came in. The person who I believe promised him is gone, which was Dan Ashworth, who went to Manchester United. They told him, we're going to give you players to make, this project, where it's supposed to go, right? They didn't do it. If a club that promised you Rasta, if a company that you work for promise you that we're going to be the best company on the planet, and yes, I need a raise because guess what? Since I've been there, we've been to Champions League twice and we won a trophy since 70 years. And they didn't fulfill that. Will you stay? I'm not spreading anything, brother. You got to do your research. This is research. Everybody knows this. Do you want me to pull up the Melissa Reddy thread that she sent after we said it? So it's not rumors that we send. You have to follow the timeline. It's as simple as that. If the manager says I cannot, it's not as simple as it is. What rumors are we spreading, brother? You cannot say I'm here for all signing and then you still saying, oh, we can do this. No, brother, signings are not as simple as you walk into a departmental store and say, here's my money, take my money. Liverpool did that. Exactly what you want. Liverpool has done it. Newcastle, we're sitting at the lobby. We have a bag full of cash. Take our money. What did Newcastle say? We are a big club. We're not going to take your money because guess what? We're going to get the other guy who's going to be Isak number 2. And then we're going to do what? Pair him with this guy. What Newcastle forgot to do was they needed to clean house. They needed to take care of their home first. You building a project. You don't go from 0 to 1,000. A journey of 1,000 miles starts with what? One step. You have money. You have the richest owners on the planet, but you don't have what? PSR money. Yes, you have a great fan base, but that fan base don't go beyond St. James Park. There's levels to this. And this is the part where people don't get it. Newcastle fans, I sympathize because Liverpool, we Liverpool, the great Liverpool went through this. With Coutinho, with Suarez, who else? Mascherano, Alonso, Torres. I'm still hurt with Torres. All he had to do was wait 6 months and let Suarez rebuild his career. We could have Suarez, Torres, and Gerrard. Every single year when it comes to Liverpool, there's always what if we had this player and this player? Oh man, this is our time where we could get Isak, Ekitike, Salah, Wirtz. Even if we get Isak next year, Salah could be gone. And then we're still thinking, oh man, can you imagine if we had Isak with Salah?
Yeah.
And the club is trying to do that, and people are telling me, oh, he just won a race. Oh, you just spreading stuff. Brother, read what is being written there. I'm not spreading anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm not spreading anything.
Come on. Where are you, Rasta Crab?
I know. I've been begging Rasta to come in, but he's hiding. He's always ducking me.
Oh, Charlie. Rasta Crab, come. Are you free?
Rasta is ducking me, man. No, but I'm gonna catch him though. I'm gonna catch Rasta. I know what's it called? Friday Night Lime is coming. Friday Night Lime is coming, and Rasta, I'm gonna be there.
Crab, defend your words, context. Come on, Rasta, he's pulling the hand. He's put on the challenge. Hey,
brother, Rasta, I'm calling you out. Rasta, I'm calling you out. This is not a content creator spreading BS because everything that I've said has been documented by the main press, by content creators, and by everybody else. Everything that I've said, Melissa Reddy put it in a thread months after I said it. And I'm not the only one who said it. Because this has been a situation where, remember when the league was almost over? Everybody said, if Newcastle does not make it to the Champions League, he's going to Liverpool. That's what the rumors was, right? As a matter of fact, Arsenal fan said he wants to come to Arsenal because his agent is doing a business with Arsenal. So you can choose to say we're spreading rumors all you want. At the end of the day, this rumor has not died. What kind of rumor was started last season and is still going on? Brother, I'm going to be at Friday Night Live. You better be there. I'm coming after you. I'm channeling my Muhammad Ali. I'm coming after you, Rasta. You better be there. Even if I show up for 2 minutes, I'm coming after you, Rasta. You better be at Friday Night Live. So, people, if you want to see Kwesi versus Rasta, Bejan Red TV is where you're going to see it. Rasta, when is the next Friday Night Live? And put it in the chat. But let's continue. So, at this point, let's listen to what other fans are saying. Should we just drop this and go find somebody else? And who is that somebody else? And then what kind of message are we saying to the rest of the football superstars that what you guys did to you, quote unquote, unsettle Isak, and then you guys left him hanging with him holding his quavers by himself?
Yeah. I mean, this Kwesi, this could be a potential Fever saga, another Fever saga. It could be the fact that September comes and we just have to, and it's 6 months. And if that's the case, then I think we could be all right till January to get him, in my opinion, anyway. I mean, we don't know. I mean, like Rasta Krabs knows, Rasta, you need to come on, man. Express space. Yes, we'll listen. Russell, we all got opinions. We all go on what's been said and little things are reading. Like I said, I just go with what I see in the news. Yeah, get me. All the ITKs out there, that's them, and there. Again, that's another story. But we're just going to what's said, and as my Ghanaian brother Crazy has just said, evidence from statements and little things. Sometimes you just got to read between the lines.
You got to read. Yep.
You just got to read between the lines. And again, we're all here. This is what we do. We're all opinions, isn't it? No one is saying the experts, no one is saying the experts. Yes, behind the closed doors. And again, as every little thing, there's one person's account, there's the other person's account, and there's the truth. But again, more things will be revealed to that day. But in terms of Isak, listen, like I said, and I hear a little boys, some like Russell Clubs is fed up, and some people.
No, I understand it. It's taking too long. It has taken too long.
It's crazy. Yeah.
It's taking too long. And the thing is, this is the power I want Liverpool fans to understand. Stop saying just pay the money. What money?
Yeah.
They haven't said come pay the money. That's the thing that we trying to tell you, that when I make a joke about we're sitting at the lobby with the cash in our hand, we've been telling them what is the price. They haven't said the price. They haven't said the price. Liverpool has even came out and said 110 or 120 British world record. As a matter of fact, ESPN, while we're talking, ESPN also just posted the same thing, saying Liverpool are ready to shatter every record there is in England to sign Isak. So it's not, they haven't said the price. If Newcastle says this is the price, I promise you, Liverpool will be at the table negotiating. Whether it's, let's even say it's 150 million. Liverpool show up. We came out with 100 million cash, said 100 million upfront, the rest on add-ons. How many clubs have done that? This is little old Liverpool, poor old Liverpool who never spend money. We showed up with 100 million cash, said, here. They haven't said the price. So it's not, that's why I keep asking, what are the conditions? They don't know what the conditions are. The condition, they could take the money and they can sign Wissa. Wissa is 29 years old. They can't sign him. Here's a statement from Fabrizio. Johan Wissa asked Brentford again to join Newcastle after a new bid on the table worth 40 million, which was the original price. And Brentford, oh my God. Brentford says, hell no, we want 60.
Which is, them trying to just push up so he doesn't have to go.
And you know why it is like that? Because Brentford knows that Newcastle is about to get money. Why should Brentford say, oh, the guy who just scored 20 goals last season, we just gonna let him go for 40 million? Are you crazy?
Yeah, they know Brentford know that Newcastle are desperate right now. I mean, they've been wanting them. They're desperate.
Exactly.
So it's okay. And
The higher the demand, the price goes up. This is simple economics. This is simple economics.
Yeah, man. Yeah. This is it. But of course, I mean, yeah, like you said, as someone said, pay. Everyone says pay. No, you're not gonna about the pay. You're not gonna overpay a price of player. We just go, oh yeah, if that's the case, then we could pay for every player. And then what? What are we gonna do now? You don't. You got to be sensible. Regardless of desperation or not, things can change.
Right.
Next couple of days can change. So no, I don't want us to pay 150. I have people with the same way saying, "Oh, just pay the 45 mil." But yeah, it's great. But why? Why are you going to pay 45 mil for a guy who's free next year? Doesn't make sense.
The same thing with the what's the name? Gehi, right?
Yeah, Gehi. Yeah, I just don't understand that. Look what Rajid did with Trent. I mean, sadly enough, play the waiting game and get him free next season. No, if it's 30 mil, then fine, no problem. I understand, but we have to be smart in these negotiations.
Yeah, man. I mean, Rasta, I agree with you. 150 is madness. I mean, the year that PSG paid that 196 million for Neymar, it screwed up football ever for a very long time. And I don't know when it goes back down. But at the end of the day, the selling club has all the power.
Yeah, it's up to them.
The selling club has the power. I mean, yeah, you could say CP Crystal Palace being stupid. Newcastle is also being stupid.
Exactly. Well, yeah, exactly. But again,
because right now, I guess Nolante, sorry to cut you off, but right now, a lot of people are saying, "Bro, you should have taken the money and rebuilt." The manager wanted to take the money and move on. It's the owners. Right? Exactly when I'm talking about cultural differences here. The owners say, you're not going to bully us. You know who we are. But sometimes, right, Liverpool, 142 million we got from Barcelona. That's the money we're going to use to buy Isak. We invested it. Liverpool made mistakes. The money we got for Torres, okay, we could say we got Suarez and the rest of it we used to buy Andy Carroll. So 50-50, right? The money we got for Suarez, we blew that money. We wasted it. The Coutinho money, we were like, nah, we're going to do something different. Virgil was coming already. Virgil, that money was already allocated. It was supposed to be 50. We got caught with our pants down doing some shady business. They added 25 million tax. So we had to pay.
Yeah.
Coutinho pushed himself out. We let him go with a lot of cash in our hand. Newcastle, I agree with you. Crystal Palace is being stupid because the thing with Gehi is you could turn around and say, you know what? I'm not going anywhere. I'm the captain. I'm going to play. And then I'm still going to make it to England.
Yeah.
Next year, I'm going for free. And in January, he's going to be worth 5 million. Nobody's going to pay 10 or 15 million for Gehi in January.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, they've been, I got you, Rasta. You are right. They've been really, really dumb. I don't know why. Dumb. But then you could say, in a way, Newcastle, you could have taken the money. You could have bought Ekitike and gotten Wisa or gotten Sesko with them.
Yeah, again, like I said, it's true. And again, this is Newcastle's own arrogance. When we made the bid in, we're looking at Hugo. We just said, you know what, man, you want to do that? All right, cool. Say no more. We'll go and get your guy. If they would have just let Isak go, then we probably would have got someone else other than Hugo as a research track, and they could have had Hugo happy days. But
they could have still made the 120, 130 million.
Yeah, you could have got Hugo. You know what I mean? Happy days. He would have come. But nah, you just put yourself in a predicament and difficulty. And just to say to Rasta Crab, I definitely hear about Rasta Crab. You should know me better because I've said it all along. At the start of this summer, when all the Isak talk, I said I believe it when I see it. I was never ever convinced with Isak coming. And even though people listen. No, she wasn't. Every content creator saying it's done. Listen, I'm keeping quiet because, like you said, September the 1st goes and we don't get him. Then, like you said, as I think TD, big yourself up, was it you in the chat? I can't remember. Or Trudon saying there'll be a crash out. and there'll be certain Liverpool content creators will have a lot of egg in their faces. So that's why I'm just playing by ear and keeping quiet and see how this plays out.
Okay, right now there's a big bomber going on.
Okay, we got
There's
some
a bomber.
updates.
Thank you for honesty for sharing the bomber with me.
Okay, honesty. Okay, go on.
Big up to honesty. So this is what is going on right now. We're probably gonna be coming out very, very soon. This is Transfer News Live. Breaking: Liverpool have sanctioned a British record of 130 million move for Alexander Isak next week. They won't approach Newcastle until after their Premier League clash on Monday, but are confident a deal will be done. And this is coming from Ken Lawrence. I don't know who the gentleman is. People, I'm not saying this is actually Kwesi sources, but my sources have said from day one that he's coming to Liverpool, right? However he gets there, he will get there. But as you can see, I mean, last week there was talks about Edward going to Boston to talk to the owners. I don't even know why he needs to, because the owners have given him a blank check. Edward can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
I've always said the money's there. It's just Newcastle have to decide when they want to do business. So as you see this, take it as you wish. I'm not saying believe it. I'm not saying don't believe it. But all I've consistently been saying is Liverpool is sitting at the lobby. Imagine going to a dealership and you're trying to buy a car and you're telling the dealer, please put a price on the car so I can buy it. And the dealer say, we're not sure if we're going to sell it. It makes our parking lot or our showroom look nice. It's not for sale. Brother, I want this car, put a price on it, because the longer it goes, the depreciation, it becomes a depreciation asset. So I'm just saying, this have been the statement that have been coinciding with what I've said all summer. Liverpool have the money. Isak has to just choose that he wants to come to Liverpool. And he has, because no club is going after him. Trust me, there's a lot of club with money. Newcastle would love for another club to show up with the money so they can stick it to Liverpool, right? But he has made it clear, his agent has made it clear, just like all the players that came to Liverpool made it clear to their agent, I'm not going anywhere else but Liverpool. But this basically agrees with what I said, saying that Liverpool has the money. If it's going to be 130, 150, the question is, and Nalante asks again, what are the conditions that Newcastle saying has not been met before they let him go? We can't say it's money because Liverpool have money.
No.
We can't say it's money. It's not money. The conditions, it's not money. The conditions, in my personal opinion, is Newcastle have not bought alternatives. And that's why that's why it is. And the fact that their owners cannot realize that their structure does not work, instead of having Eddie Howe letting his nephew being the director of football, you're supposed to be a big club and you don't have a structure. Manchester United tried that. Look how bad it looked for them.
Yeah.
I mean, Rasta, what's it got to do with us? Right? We haven't done anything. We have not been poaching the player. There's nothing Liverpool have done that you could say is illegal. That's why Newcastle cannot take us to court or take us to the Premier League and let them fine us, because everything Liverpool have done has been legit. And you're right, they don't have pool. But that's what everybody with a brain cells is saying. Instead of going for these players that are okay, let me try this, Nalante. Remember at one point Liverpool had Uncle Roy as a manager. And I remember one of the rumors was Liverpool was going after Di Maria. At the same time, Real Madrid was going after Di Maria. What do you think would have happened? I'll shut up.
Next.
You see what I mean? There's levels to this.
Yeah.
There's levels to
Time,
this.
etc. Yeah.
They're trying to build a project. You can't build a. When you're building a road, you have to have levels of different things before you could do what? Finish the road. They're trying to just put an asphalt on the road and say, yeah, we're ready to go. They should have realized that from when the first time they went to Champions League and realized that it didn't work when we just had the great 11. You came in 8th that year. You have another opportunity instead of building a squad. Oh my God. I can't keep repeating myself because people don't get it. But at the end of the day, big up to Honesty. Thank you for sharing the news. At the end of the day, Liverpool has the money. And like I said, I saw the news of ESPN saying Liverpool are ready to spend a British record. Well, in dollars, it's $175 million to sign Newcastle Isak. That's coming from the Sun Transfer Talk. So people, the money is not the problem. Right now, everything is up to Newcastle. So people who said it might not happen, Newcastle, what says you? Wisa wants to come to Newcastle. Wisa, from what we hear, and have deleted all his Brentford pictures.
Oh yeah. He's like his head's gone. He's like, oh, the light and again. But the same thing with Isak. He said, you promised you certain things. You said you could let me go at this stage. Then I remember going, and obviously Brentford are trying to deny and play that political game. It just doesn't work out well. And even though the players can't go, I mean, I know there's a FIFA. I need to look at the laws and regulations in terms of players buying out the contract, but they can't. If they've got a law-abiding contract, they have to agree to it until otherwise. So it just sees how he's plays. I think Wisa won't be the. Wisa is the what's his name again? Callum Wilson replacement. So Newcastle will still want a second, but at the end of the day, I just think it's all about just common sense. Common sense has to prevail here, regardless. No, and again, and we've seen it before, and it's like if Mo Salah wanted to go, stuff like that. People have to. No player is bigger than the club. No player is bigger than the football club. I don't care who you are, whether you're Messi, Ronaldo. Who they are. If they want to go, then let them go. This is why I kind of rate Pep, because Pep is like, you know what? He speaks to player. If a player wants to go, he says, "All right, cool, no problem." Yeah, we'll move on. This is what I'm saying. And sometimes we have, unfortunately, some of these fanboys on internet stuff. I like Joe Gomez. Joe Gomez is my guy. But if he has to go, he has to go with it. So be it. But we have people that look at Mo Salah FC or Alexander FC rather than the football club. And the football club moves. It moves every day. Players come and go in it. Yeah, they're only here for a short pan. We don't even know. We want the player to be better. And so if we do get Isak, then I'll be like, all right, cool. Because the centre back situation, I know we probably need another centre back, but we'll have obviously Leone. It just depends on Joey G and Kanate. That were the two things, but we'll have 4 centre backs. So I can go with another 6 months depending on that. And the key question is, regardless, let's talk about Isak or no Isak, we have to do a back-to-back. If we don't do a back-to-back this season, I'm going to be fuming. We have the minerals and stuff like that, because at the end of the day, when we won the league in 2020, we remember that 2020, 21, we came into it with Thiago, Joe. We were on fire. There was Marnie criticism, which again I don't understand the life of me to some of these people who watch football. 2021 January, we were top of the league. We had all the minerals to defend that title. And for once, I'll back Klopp, because he said, you know what? And we obviously, the VVD, Joey, Matic, we were all injured. And he said to them, go get me Kanai, go get me the centre back. And FSG were stingy. This is one of the bigger mistakes. They said, nah, you do what you have to do. And what happened? We did retain the league. So this season, we have all the minerals, we've got money, we've got the facilities, we have no excuse.
And that is the answer to what Rasta Crab is asking. He said, I don't understand why we accommodating. Unfortunately, Rasta, Newcastle is the selling club, and they have some form of power. That's why I keep saying, at the end of the day, if Newcastle don't set the price, he doesn't go anywhere. He might choose not to play for them again. They can find him all you want. I don't think money is a problem for him. Now, somebody's saying, where is the transfer request? If you put a transfer request right now and they still say no, then you don't have power. Yesterday, I was on Entman's channel. Shout out to Ent. And I've said next week, because the week is almost over, right? I promise you next week, because the final week is next week. Final week, he will put in a transfer request. There's a reason why. You have to. This is a chess match, people. He's not going to put a transfer request at the beginning and then it's a bluff. Okay, he put a transfer request. Bye-bye. No. This thing, you see how he hasn't said anything all summer. And then he says something yesterday at the time where he was supposed to be at the PFA event. And if he shows up, guess who he represented? Newcastle. Instead of showing up, what does he do? He sends a message. Which, that's why blew off everybody, not the people at the event, but everybody else's mind. I believe next week you're going to start seeing him send. He said, officially, I'm giving you my transfer request. So that one is his last trump card to this saga. And I believe that it might not come to that, but let's see. Big up to Pops. Pops is in the building. The other Bajan Red family is in the house. Thank you so much, Pop, for being here. He says, Nalante, be careful over there. Don't let any sauce drop on you. I hate it. This hate, man. This hate.
I know. Pick up
sauce. Nalante, I'm a 98%. You would think I'm ahead of the game, but no. When I say it, it's just me. But when Fabricio says it, oh my God, here we go. I can't believe it, man.
Big up Pops anyway.
Big up Pops.
Yeah. Doctor in the house and Irishman, the heavy ears are in the chat.
This guy said, if we don't sign Isak, we don't win EPL or UCL. Brother, we won the EPL with...
Not necessarily, no.
Yeah, it will be hard. It's going to be extremely hard, but I still see Liverpool as the best. The idea that people need to understand is what Nalante was saying earlier. Yes, hashtag Musiala, man. When he comes, oh my God, you guys will have to delete me. When Musiala comes to Liverpool, you guys will have to delete me. They think Liverpool fans are unbearable. It will be the next level. What was I saying? The reason why they're going hard for this person is Edwards was here when Liverpool did not take care of business. Remember, when we won that Champions League, that was where Edwards was pushing for certain players to go so he could bring certain players like Bruno or even Enzo. Those were people. See, the players that we got right now this summer are players that Edwards have always wanted. That's why he pushed Isak. I told you guys the story before. He wanted Isak before he went to Dortmund, but the price was too much for an unproven talent at the time. So Dortmund got him. He played under what's the name? Tactical Tommy.
Yeah, it didn't work out. He's raw.
It didn't work out. Yeah,
didn't get games. Yeah, he didn't get games.
Only, like they say, he played only like 8 games or 8 minutes or whatever. And then he went to Sociedad. When we had a second chance at the Apple, Julian Brandt wanted him. I mean, sorry, say Julian Brandt. Julian Ward wanted him.
Oh yeah, Julian Ward. Yeah.
Klopp and Pep said no. We want Nunes for whatever reason.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want him, but at the time, I kind of get the perspective at the time. Nunes the more fireable, even though I didn't want Nunes at all. But fair. It happens. But fans, have a meltdown. Not every manager's going to get a decision transfer right.
No manager gets everybody.
No manager. Yeah, exactly. It's every transfer is a risk. I don't care if you roll the dice and you just hope you're the best. And unfortunately, I didn't want him. I never wanted News in the first place. They just didn't work out. But here we are today. Klopp's not here. It's a new era.
Big up, Kenny Dub. I know you're a Newcastle fan.
Kenny, you tried to troll. Yeah. Oh, he's injury prone.
Give us that problem. He's injury prone. We would take him. Kenny, we would take him. Give us that problem, right? Give us that problem. We would take him. Liverpool's gonna spend 100+ million on an injury-prone player.
Don't even know what you're doing, buddy. It's not working. He's not injury prone. He's had little niggles. He's not injury prone at all.
Isak's injuries have always been muscle related. It's fatigue. It's not even muscle. It's always fatigue related. And guess what? Hence the reason why he was asking for you guys to put a team around him. You did not. That's why he's going to Liverpool. And guess what? Again, Edwards, Wirtz, that was a player he's been looking at when he was at Cologne. And then before he went to Cologne and then end up at Liverpool. Kirkers, we know Kirkers is definitely Hughes' player, right? His dad said it. His dad said, he said, we will follow him. It doesn't matter where he go, we were going to follow him. This thing has already been pre-planned before some of us even had, yeah, go ahead, research it. That's why I keep telling you. You'll be surprised that all the players that I would say not all of them, but most of them that we gotten were already players that Edward have been looking at. That's why Bacola became a Big Ten a couple weeks ago, because he was also a player that Liverpool were interested in, right? Because they say if we don't get Isak, then we are going after him. So these players are not players that we just happen, we just happen to we want him. But at the same time, I believe Edward is trying to fix a problem, mistake that was done before, and he doesn't want it to do again. They always said you always spend more money after you won trophies because it keeps you at the top. Eventually, we're not going to spend this kind of cash anymore. You see what I mean? So I'm just saying, people, let's be patient. If you don't believe it, wait till he comes in. We were told Virgil was injury prone. We were told Virgil was injury prone. If you look at his Southampton career, there was a lot of injuries over there. This man has played 65 games consistently. Almost 60. He's averaging at least 50, 55 games. So, yes, he had a lot of, like I said, he had a lot of fatigue injury. Remember the game that we went to St. James Park? They say he's injured, and he was sitting on the bench.
Yeah, I think.
And he scored a goal.
Yeah.
The finals, we were told that he wasn't going to play because he had a niggle.
Exactly. Exactly,
People,
man. The games,
If Newcastle believe he's injury prone, why are they holding him with a vice grip?
But apparently he's injury prone. I don't know. We don't know for Kenny. I know.
Kenny said he was telling. See, Kenny, I know you were. He said, "What? Me? I sell him. Get his."
Boy, this the Greek. Well, good luck. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, if you want him, mate. Good luck. Good luck. Sure, Newcastle will win Champions League at the end of this season. Yeah. You really want that guy? Oh boy, good luck. That's what I'm saying. That's why.
So I mean, peeps, big up to all of you in the building. But I mean, this thing, right? It's not as simple as spend the money, pay them, or Newcastle. Newcastle have not done. And Kenny, I know you are a big time Newcastle fan. I want you to put in the chat, what kind of questions do you have for the board? Let's put Isak and Liverpool aside. What kind of question do you have for the board? Because it should have never come to this. Yes, a player can get upset and I want to leave. It happens all the time. I mean, look at Brentford, right? Even Gordon says, I don't want to play for Everton anymore, right? What question do you have for your board? I really want to know. And Lante, what Kenny is typing, what was the statement you I know the gentleman you're talking about. He seems to not learn his lesson every time he says something outrageous. Okay, so this before you continue, see that Kenny, promises made by people left the club. But you see, the promise was made at the time when they were officers of the club. So legally it's binding.
Exactly.
Rasta, I keep telling you, man, you keep thinking that I'm making things up. But Kenny, thank you. But Lante, go ahead.
No. I was gonna say, crazy. You know, promises. Yeah, but like Kenny said, you said promises made, but yeah, they left the club. But the club knew, the owners knew. So forget, but whether people left or not, they still knew. They knew the agreement. They knew the pact. So regardless of promises made left by the club, the whole club knew. It's not just the people left at Newcastle didn't know. They knew. So there's a big difference. They knew exactly what was going on. So we can't just use the promises made by people left the club. They knew what Isak wanted to do, and he's fulfilled his end of the bargain. You guys haven't. Now, in terms of you know who, I mean, honestly, man, and you know what? I'm just gonna call him the Waffler. That's what I'm gonna call him, the Waffler, because how you can tell Liverpool fans stop using Charting Diogo's name due to other rival fans is just honestly, it's just disrespectful to Liverpool as a fan place and disrespectful to other people as a channel. Liverpool fans should have the freedom to do that. And anyway, it's a deep-rooted matter. How do you think the players feel right now? How do you think his family feels? How do you think the fan base is feeling? Rattled. So for you to say to stop using that man's chant, you sir, are an idiot. And I'm usually with names, but out of the respect of certain things, I'm not gonna. You know who you are, Brian. The people in the group that know I'm talking about, the Waffler. You know the same guy that said Osimhen is coming. He's definitely coming. 100% is coming. So I think for him, he just needs to. But again, unfortunately, people still gravitate to the Waffler, gravitate to his point of view and certain stuff, and that can't be helped. But he's a disgrace. He really is a disgrace. And honestly, if I had the power, I'll cut him off YouTube. But unfortunately, people will still gravitate to him, and that's unfortunately the way of life. But big up Diogo, and any Liverpool match fans going. I know friends that go there, keep on singing his name non-stop.
We're gonna
do it every game from the season on non-stop until the day you breathe your last breath. So keep on doing it. Big up Jota, man. Big up Jota.
They can cry all you want. We're gonna keep singing it. Rasta, yes, the contract it's what is binding. But again, this is the question I've been saying from day one. This guy has 3 years left per the contract you're talking about. But yet he's putting out a fuss that nobody with 3 years should be doing. For me, personally, I believe there is a language somewhere on paper. Hence the reason why Newcastle's statement didn't go far enough, or why Eddie Howe have said it all along. It's not as simple as it looks. For somebody to have 3 years left and you telling me this club with all the power is saying the only way he leaves is based on conditions. What are the conditions? Why don't you come out and do what Liverpool or other clubs have said? We don't even going to go far. Brighton and Manchester United. What did Brighton say? Absolutely not. He's not going this summer. Newcastle could have just said the same thing, but they did not. They said the condition has not been met, or they don't foresee the condition being met, right? That tells me if the condition is right, they will go. So what are the conditions? The player said promises were made to me. Who made those promises? Now, if in the case of Harry Kane, where they said, it was a handshake, then Levy was like, so I don't remember the handshake. Right? So he stayed an extra 2 years before he went to Bayern. For me, I believe there is a language somewhere that agrees with what Isak is saying. Now, listen to what Kenny's saying. He said, promises made by people who are not there anymore. If a promise was made to me, if you, Pops, works for a company and a promise was made for you and somehow it was on paper, whether the person who gave you the promise there or not still has to abide. The company has to abide by the promise unless you are fired. So that's why I'm asking, why hasn't Newcastle come out with a forcible statement saying absolutely not, he is not going anywhere this summer? Now, he has, as a player, has also said, even if I stay, even if I don't go anywhere this summer, I am not playing for the club anymore. And again, this is a World Cup season. He has 3 years left. Why would a player go to that extent? Am I just waffling, Nalante? These are all questions. He has 3 years left, and he's saying, I don't care what you do, I'm not playing for you anymore. In the World Cup season, even to the point where his country coach has come in and said, we support him.
Defend him, yeah. He's a good player, you know. Again, it's the whole, as we said at the start, crazy. It's the whole chess games. Look, if he does say he will play eventually, because Newcastle kind of, again, no matter the situation or the issues, we've seen it with Tevez, with Man City, they will play, because at some point they have to play, because at the end of the day, their career's on the line, and he will get on with it. He won't be happy, but he'll get on with it. You know what I mean? He'll get on with it, because again, he's a professional. He's work. He's a
professional. Yeah.
He's a professional, and it has to. But he's agenda. His fire remains the same. He's down to Newcastle at the end of the day. As we said at the start, this is everyone can say the promises, but this is not an Amanda Paul Mitchell situation. This is the Qataris, the sheiks, the owners. This is from top, the technical directors. There's a mess. There's a mess at Newcastle, and it starts from the top. They haven't got their ducks in order, and it's trickled down all the way through to say Eddie Howe is slaughtered to the lambs. He's the man who has to face the press and ask these questions. You know what? If we don't know, but if you know what, probably Eddie Howe wants to do. Yeah, he wants to keep him, but now he's just done. He's
tired. Eddie Howe wants to move on.
Yeah, he just said, you know what?
If you don't
just go and get the money. Yeah, because it's not his fault.
Yeah,
that the owner, the people, the recruitment has been poor. The owners have not sorted out certain issues. People need to replace in the jobs. They're not doing what they're doing. He's said what he wants to do. So, and I feel a little bit for him, because he's a decent manager. He's a good manager. He's a good manager, and he's been brought to hook, line, and sinker. You know, and he can only do what he can do. It's the thing. Last season we had it with Slot, the free contract players. You know, he had to deal with a lot, and he done it well. To be fair, with 3 of them, all you know, we had. I mean, we'll never do that again. I don't think with this position where all 3 of them could have been gone.
Right,
all 3 of them could have been gone. You know. So
again, Nalante, our brother here, Pop, still don't get it. He said, you just added on paper. Where's the paper?
So
can you explain to the brother what I said? Let me try again. Pops, I'm saying my personal opinion is there is a language somewhere on paper that gives Isak that power to say, yes, they did promise him something. Nobody knows, because if Newcastle believe no promise was made to him, their statement should have been more robust than what they said. They should have never put conditions. When you put conditions in, that means if something happens, you will let the person go, or you will possibly let the person go. So my personal opinion is, and I've said this, and I think, what's his name? Ahmed was here. Ahmed was here on Saturday on my show, which he actually said, yeah, I kind of agree. I'm not saying there is, but my opinion, my conspiracy theory, Pops, is there could be a language somewhere on paper, because the reason why I said paper is because if you bring the Hurricane example, Pops, he said there was a handshake. Handshake is not binding. It has to be on paper. And that's why a lot of people say these players need to, and their agents need to stop being naive. This is a business. Put it on paper. So me, the way I think is, and looking at the scenario, said possibly Dan Ashraf, like Kenny's saying, all the people who possibly could have given him those promises are gone. Maybe one of them put it on paper. Hence the reason why Eddie Howe have said it's not as simple as it is. So where is the paper then? We don't know. But why hasn't Newcastle? Exactly. Why hasn't Newcastle able to say, you need to come back? I'm just asking. If Isak had the paper, he would have released it. Isak, nobody expected Isak to speak till yesterday, perhaps. And even there, I think on the chat, there was also a question about why hasn't he filed for transfer request. Nobody knows. But my personal opinion, there is a language on paper somewhere that gives Isak so much power to do what he's doing. True. Thank you, Irishman.
Mm-hmm.
Now you could only speculate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, Kenny said the only promise we know is pay rise. Yes, we remember that he did request that he wanted a pay. I don't know if it was a pay rise, but he wanted a new contract. That's what was said, right? He wanted a new contract, was said to him. They didn't want to give it to him. But guess what? Rumors has been going on that they've still been trying to give him a new contract. So, again, yes, transfer request, you lose his bonus. That's why I believe that will come last, maybe next week. If there's going to be a transfer request, it's going to be next week. But at the end of the day, Kenny, I have a question for you since you have he said, Pop says he has refused the 2 new contract. Exactly. Why didn't you give him the contract when he requested? That's also another question.
Mm.
When he wanted the contract, you should have given it to him. Then all this thing would have happened. Kenny, I have a question. What do you think is the conditions when Newcastle said the conditions has not been met or they don't even see it being met? What are those conditions? If you could, that's the thing. Can you let us know what conditions needs to be offered before they will let him go? He said there's no DOF. I thought Eddie Howe's nephew is the one. So how did you guys sign the player? Elanga and Rogers and is it Rogers? Yes. And Tao from
this season, crazy.
Yeah. They have 3 players, Sosa.
Yeah, Ramsdale on loan and then Ramsey. They just signed Jacob Ramsey.
Jacob Ramsey, yes, not Rogers. Sorry, Ramsey. Yes, thank you, Irishman. Yeah, man. So how are you signing these people? Like, I feel sorry for Eddie Howe because he wanted his players there before preseason. Now, the owners are not even trying to find DOF for him or build a structure where he could just focus on coaching. He said, should have waited till new DOF comes, talks to him, then tell him yes or no. Okay. Again, whose fault is that? You see what I mean?
And he can't be one way or the other. Can't be like, oh, wait for the DOF, like, because you sign players. And anyway, Isak, he's talking about the coach. Isak has said, and I didn't know this, and someone he wanted last season. He told you guys he wanted to go. So, so where's this? All of a sudden, he should have waited. He's been saying it for the last year. So, where's this? Oh, he should have waited. So, if someone has reported steady for a year, then it's up to you as a club to navigate that and sort that out. And big up CJ. The other guy they signed was four from AC Milan. Yeah, that's true. As the other signing, but
Pops, I agree with you, man. These death row contract got to stop. Why are people signing 6-year contract? I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, the agent. Yeah,
the agents. It's
could have done better for him. Yeah,
it's kind of like, and it makes no sense. To me, when agents do those kind of contracts, that means you don't believe in your player. You think this could be his last stop. This is the biggest money we're gonna make. You should always have an exit strategy. I know even with us, when Wirtz came in, everybody's like, you spent all this money and you only gave him 5 years. Wirtz also want an exit strategy. Of course, it's gonna be on Liverpool terms, but
exactly.
The strategy is still there, But yeah, man, this has gone in way too messy. Newcastle fans, trust me, you guys, I understand. I don't like a player going on strike. That's not my vibe. But your board, your owners need to respond to you guys. They left you guys hanging. They left the manager hanging because the manager is a good manager, right? At this point, he's trying to, if it was any other club, he would have left. But he believes in the project. So I'm saying, yes, be upset at Isak, but at the same time, 90% of your anger needs to be directed at the board. You guys are angry at the wrong people. That's what I believe. Because the same thing is happening to Visa. Visa wants to come to Newcastle. Brentford is like, nah, we want more money. You know, but also, you guys, Newcastle, and Andy Carroll didn't want to leave. You forced him into a helicopter and flew his behind to Liverpool. So sometimes we can't have it both ways. Manchester United is sitting there putting, what's his name? Anthony and Haaland. They put them in the basement ready to ship him.
Garnacho, but if they can't, they have to be integrated in the squad. That's how it goes, you know.
Rasta is asking me a question. So, Kwesi, do we get Isak or not? Straight answer, yes, we get him.
Grab and pops onto you, Kwesi,
today. Why they think I'm a wishy-washy like some of these content creators? No, I'm already at 98%.
Isak, straight from the land of God. You say how it is.
Thank you.
Straight up.
They don't know. Thank you, Nalante. Let them know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
From the land of God.
I'm already at 98%. I'm already at 98%. Irishman, I have, Irishman is going to sponsor Kwesi versus the hot sauce.
The hot sauce story.
When we hit 1,000, it's going to happen. I'm at 98%. So is it going to be what? One chicken wing hot sauce? Come on. I believe in my sauces. He said 98 is not 100. Facts, true. But can you imagine if I was at 50? That's a lot of hot sauce that I'll have to eat.
Yeah, man, the hot sauce will be popping off left, right, and center.
Man, I would have been dead by now. I'm just saying. He said Isak Boyhood Club read what he writes. He only ever watched Italian League. And then he's asking you where you at.
Oh, with Isak?
Yeah.
I still don't. Like I said, I believe it when I see it. I'm still not confident of it.
He's not.
That's just my own opinion. Yeah, I'm not confident. I believe it when I see it. Mm-hmm. When I see an official website. That's all. That's my feelings, crap.
Yep. Ale. I'm telling people, Ale was. Ale didn't like FSG. I've found a way to bring Ale to FSG in. Now he is more of a believer than myself. Honesty, I know honesty will backstab me the chance he gets and send me to court. But even him, he's saying 100%. No. So Rasta, when it happens, we're not gonna let you come in that easy. I promise you. You are not you're gonna have. Oh my God! You just wait till he comes in.
Crazy. No, listen, I hope you guys, Crazy, Honesty, everyone's listen, I hope you're right. I really do. I really hope you're right, because we'll be celebrating and and me and Crab, or I will thought about Crab, but say, yeah, okay, fair enough. But like I said, we'll see. Hopefully you guys are all right. Hopefully you guys are all right.
He said Crab. Honestly, said Crab turned Nilante to a non-believer.
No, not keeping Honesty. No. Nothing to do with Crab. No, I said it. I listened, honestly, on the shows I'm on. I've said it at the start of the summer with Isak. I didn't think we'd get him. I thought we'll wait till next season. And even all this talk, like I said, I'm just being honest, Honesty. And hence the pun, Honesty. Yeah. I believe it when I see it. That's all. See? I'm allowed to say that. When I see him in the red shirt with the number on the official Liverpool website, then yeah, happy days. But until then, we're playing cat and mouse here. Exactly. We're playing Tom and Jerry. If you know Tom and Jerry, you know.
You see, one thing that Rasta and I agree on, Honesty gonna stab you in the back with the quickness. He's one of them Ant-Man's agents.
Oh.
Yeah, you got to watch out for Honesty. He's Ant-Man's agent. Yes, I am a believer. And next year, Manchester United, you're done fucked up now. Believer to Liverpool. You heard it here first. I tweeted it
Hold
already.
on. Crazy, but I've got a different question for you. Would
Yes,
you
sir.
take Believer over Walton?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I know Irishman is a Wharton through and through.
Oh, yes. Irishman has got the Walton hat on his
Yeah,
head.
he got a
He
Wharton
loves
heart.
Walton.
Yeah. Now, if we sell CJ and Endo,
Endo will go next season. Yeah, this is last season. Yeah, he's gone. He's
but
done.
if you sell Endo, you need somebody like
yeah, you need a DM.
you need a Baliba. If you sell Endo, you need a Baliba. Now, if you sell CJ, you need a Wharton.
Interesting.
Yeah, Alex said Crab needs to be put on trial. Oh, we will put him on trial. This guy, if he only knows when it happens, this brother here, he might have to go find Johnny Cochran. I'm telling you.
Listen, you know what? We'll speak off chat, but we can do a court session.
Oh,
we can do a court session.
We will
Crazy,
get
you
him.
know?
And then afterwards, we will take him to therapy.
It'll be the live therapy session only on Crazy Ball TV.
Honesty is out here telling the truth now. He said, Rasta, he's at Hollywood pays well. Wait, that means Hollywood ends. He pays his agents well. Okay, we see.
Okay, interested. Okay, okay, Believer. Okay,
Believer is overpriced. Hey, his price is going to be between 100 and 105. It's not going to go cheap.
Yeah, I get it, but it's just unfortunately that's just the what market dictates.
That's the market dictates.
That's the unfortunate. Yeah, he might have to pay over price, but for playing it. Okay, I see more Believer. Okay, no, okay. Where's Irishman Walton?
I know Irishman is the Wharton guy. I mean, I understand Wharton is, and I think Wharton and Believer are doing the right thing by staying.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
don't rush to these big clubs. You're not going to get enough playing time. They're going to rush you too much pressure. Play one good year. Then that's what I thought Leone was going to do. But I was told, player, he's ready to go.
Yeah, it's going to be needed. Yeah, he definitely will be needed this season. Oh, boy. Yeah.
Yeah, the community telling Rasta, man, your crimes spreading negativity energy about Isak. There's also another one that needs to go to court. The Kennel, Zuberi.
Oh, Zubi.
Zuberi right now is on the phone trying to debate Michael Edwards, saying he's on a three-way phone with Henry Edwards, and he's talking about pocket the money. We don't need Isak. That's what Zuberi is doing right now. Yeah, man.
Hey, Subi, you need to be held accountable for that.
He will be held accountable. Yeah,
we'll need. Yeah, you let me know next time, and I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna fry him. I'm put him in the fryer.
No, Rasta, Musiala needs to come to Liverpool, man. If Musiala had come to Liverpool, Ballon d'Or, guaranteed. There's no way that kid from Barcelona overpassed Musiala. Musiala should have been the next one. But he stayed in Bayern.
No, he's good, but Lamal is clear. I'm sorry,
Lamal came in. He came in at the right time. He came in at the right time.
Yeah, Musiala is cold. Don't get me wrong, but Lamal,
that kid, man, he's special.
No, that previous point, TD Endo. Yeah, I listen. Endo, I've you know what? When we first bought Endo, I was never his biggest fan. We could have got so more, but he does a job. But at some point, we have to move on. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And even me, I believe he should start. I should be stopped because end of the day, I mean, obviously the game that I'm sure you saw it, and I don't know if you agree with me, Crazy, in the chat, you can discuss this. A lot of times last season, we were getting counter-pressed in midfield at times. Sometimes we're getting passed through, whether it's on the floor or the ball over the top, and Grav can only do so much.
Right.
And it happened a lot of times. Like it was a bit scary, but it's the fact that we had moments and the defense was more structured. And this season, obviously, is game one. So I don't think we should do the McAllister Sobbo thing or whatever, because none of them are pivot. None of them are DM. We should put Endo in to solidify certain games. He can be the defensive shield. He can anticipate certain things, but I don't know.
I saw on Friday in London.
Yeah.
Gomez can't even do that.
Oh, I'll let you say that's my guy, so I'll let you speak about him because I'm Gomez, but I'm a Joey biased. But yeah, there you go.
Oh man, big up to Mandem in the building. Rasta, thank you. Pops,
Big up clap always.
TJ, TD.
Yes.
Oh man, so many of you got honesty, Ale. All of you guys who came in, man. There's a lot of people who came in and left. Kenny Dub, thank you so much for coming and being brave to come into this quadrant and being the message, the voice for the other side, because it's not fair that everything is coming from Liverpool. Even people who don't agree that Liverpool should spend that kind of cash to get one player. But
100%.
you know, Kenny coming in was big time. Bajan Pops, big up yourself. Anfield Irishman was in the building. Oh man, AR was here. Badro, Bonkes. Too many of you guys to name, man. Thank you, man. This is one of the best shows. Nalante, thank you for being part of it. Man, thank you guys. Please get the likes up. Get the likes up, people. Please get the likes up. Yeah, man, we got to keep doing this, man. We got to keep doing this. So please keep getting the likes up so that we can continue to do this, man. Nalante, busy, but he took his time out of his day to come do this. All of you guys in the chat did the same thing. You could have been somewhere else, but you are here helping your brother out. So thank you. I appreciate it. I do not take it for granted. And Brian, let me say his name properly. We had a subscriber that came through. It said, Brian nice. Vizcayanu. Big up yourself, man. Thank you so much for being a new subscriber, man. Hey, like I say, sponsored by Irishman, Anfield Irishman, Kwesi versus the Hot Sauces. When we get 1,000, Kwesi versus the Hot Sauces. So get us to 1,000 and let's get there. But I know, I'm going to win. I mean, 98%. Even Fabricio don't have that kind of percentile. Even the Austin don't have that kind of percentile. So it's probably going to be maybe 2 or 3 chicken wings, and I keep on moving.
That's it.
I mean, I'm African. I can do any hot sauce.
Exactly. It's in the blood.
It's in the blood.
Yeah.
Big up to all of you guys, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Delante. Bless, man. Respect. Thank you, man. Gracie Bowl. Peace.